What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are back with another weekly roundup. You might be thinking, Tavos, you did one on Monday. That one was late. Friday weekend is when I'm normally going to do them. Happy Friday, by the way. If you have work, relax, time to enjoy the weekend with me. But today we have a bunch of brand new stories, including as well an update on the Carson situation, which I know a lot of you invested in. So without further ado, let's get into the first story. JoJo Siwa. Now, if you know JoJo Siwa, I feel sorry for you. She is a child's entertainer, a kid's entertainer, over the top, dressed in crazy, colorful outfits on Nickelodeon. Very much appeals to the younger crowd. Well, this is probably my favorite story today. She made a game named JoJo's Juice Game, a card game targeted at her demographic, as said on the box, for 6-year-olds and over. So you give this to your kids age 6, let them play it around with their mates, the other 6-year-old friends. They can have a great time, surely. JoJo Siwa. Not until you see what are actually on these playing cards. Have you ever walked in on someone naked or had someone walk in on you? Oh yeah, 6-year-olds definitely have that. Learn the art of twerking. She has... What the f***? What age was this box to target that again? 6? Oh. Have you ever taken money from someone's purse or wallet without asking? Encouraging stealing now. Teaching them young. Have you ever been arrested? What is this? Why are 6-year-olds being asked this by JoJo Siwa? Who in the room would you most like to date? Oh yeah, dating at 6 years old. This is probably the worst one, I would say. Icing on the cake. Have you ever gone outside without underwear? A bathing suit doesn't count. JoJo Siwa was asking these 6-year-olds if they've gone outside without underwear. And JoJo Siwa got a lot of flack for this. Everyone was calling her out, especially on TikTok, where she made her response, basically saying she had nothing to do with the game. It was just a corporation, just a company, even though it has my face on it, removing any responsibility from her. So yeah, she said this.
Now, when companies make these games, they don't run every aspect by me. And so I had no idea of the types of questions that were on these playing cards. Now, when I first saw this, I was really upset at how gross these questions were, and so I brought it to Nickelodeon's attention immediately. And since then, they have been working to get this game stopped being made and also pulled from all shelves wherever it's being sold. I hope you all know that I would have never ever approved or agreed to be associated with this game if I would have seen these cards before they started selling it. I love you all so much. Thank you for bringing this to my attention so that way I could put a stop to it and I could get it fixed immediately.
Now, JoJo Siwa is more mainstream than typical creators. She's on Nickelodeon, so they pump out merchandise with her stuff in it. They pump out clothes, stuff on Walmart, posters, everything, you know? So this game is obviously part of just that cash grab mentality that her and the people around her have. But your face is on the box, JoJo Siwa. That's your brand. That's your face. You should personally check your own products. You shouldn't sell things to your fans that you yourself haven't checked or been like, oh, let me see if it's even good or worth selling. You would have avoided this situation if you did actually check, because it's honestly one of the funniest things. I mean, it's called bloody JoJo's Juice Game. I don't know how the person making this fucked it so hard, but they did, and they're probably gonna get fired. Next up, Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They've gotten a bit of beef recently, back like the old days in 2016.
Oh, that's Alyssa Violet, used to be your chick. Now she in the low gang, and you know she on my team.
But no, this time Logan Paul isn't banging Jake Paul's ex-girlfriend. Actually, Jake Paul called out Logan Paul, calling him a fake fighter in regards to the Floyd Mayweather fight.
My brother's fucked. It's bad for the sport. I think it's just for clout. You know, my brother's a fake fighter. I'm the real fighter. He's 0-1-1. I'm 3-0. But, you know, I wish him the best of luck. I just, like, don't get in there with the guy who has never even been knocked down. He's been knocked down once, and it was by accident.
Which is crazy, because I swear Logan Paul has just been supporting Jake. But apparently Jake Paul, I don't know if he's salty or if he's jealous of Logan Paul getting probably a bigger fight than Jake Paul's fight. But, I mean, the Floyd Mayweather fight makes no sense. Logan Paul lost to KSI. I don't know why he's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Logan Paul saw this and reacted to it by throwing some shade back of his own.
My brother said I'm a fake boxer. That's crazy.
What, do you have any, like... Was that real or was that like?
Yeah, what was it? Why did he say that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't fucking know.
What do you feel like? What do you say to that?
I kind of no, bro. I'm like, all right, like little brother's up to some shit. Like he wants to get some attention for a sec. Like go for it. But I fully support Jake. In whatever drama he wants to stir or create. Like it really doesn't bother me. Like, oh, you're a fake boxer. Like, okay, let's box, because Jake is a kid that gets beat up by my sparring partners. That's that kid. So real boxer, fake boxer, it doesn't affect, like, this would be like me saying, yo, George, you're not a Syrian, bro.
But I am a Syrian.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
So apparently Logan Paul's sparring partners have been beating up Jake. That's information we haven't known. I don't know if that's just, shit talk, but objectively, Jake is the biggest douche. But from what we've seen, I would argue he is the better boxer than Logan Paul and has, won more fights. Logan Paul's won none. If you're like me, you're probably going to just think this is just a ploy, a marketing tactic to set up the Logan Paul versus Jake Paul fight. If it happens after these two, Logan's done with his Mayweather fight and Jake's done with whoever he's fighting next, probably Dylan Dennis. Don't be fooled by it for a second. They are texting behind the scenes, probably saying, oh, love you, bro. Just going to say this about you, bro. Every day, bro. There's a reason they're so successful. Because they've done this. They've done this before with diss tracks, and now we're doing it with boxing, is what it is. If they did fight, I would have to say Jake wins, purely because from what we've seen, he's won more fights. Logan hasn't won any, like I said. And on to the next topic, Corpse Husband. Well, I made a video a few days ago on Monday talking about how Corpse Husband said he was going to quit YouTube due to health complications. Well, Corpse responded to the video, to the headlines around him, saying he was going to quit, saying lots of headlines about me quitting YouTube. In the clips that we're using, I was talking about how I realistically see the longer term. I'm not imminently quitting anything. Thank you. Clearly taking huge shots at me and only me and my video. No, obviously he's probably seen there's a lot of news headlines on this too. But in my videos, I didn't get the idea he was quitting imminently, but it did sound like he was saying in the long term, which is obviously a good thing. Corpse, like I said in my other video, should do what's best for his health. I hope his stands aren't pressuring him to stick around YouTube and not quit. He said he has health issues and complications that might stop him from doing long streams or streaming frequently and wants to move into music. So if that's what he wants to do, his stand should support him with that. I don't personally watch Corp. The whole Among Us crowd, I find they just use each other for views. But in terms of him, I wish him the best. He's done no wrong. He seems like an alright guy. And
has a deep voice.
Now, the next topic I guarantee everyone didn't have on their 2021 bingo card is that apparently Jeffree Star Kanye West. At least that was the rumor created by someone on TikTok that blew up, went completely viral, and people are saying is now the reason for Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's imminent divorce. Here is the TikTok that started it all.
Now that Kim's finally doing this, I feel like I can spill the tea that I've been holding on to for months. This whole divorce comes as no surprise. Kanye's been hooking up with a very famous beauty guru, male beauty guru. A lot of people in the scene have known for a while.
Yeah. I'm not surprised if you don't believe a word of it. It is hilarious to think about. Jeffree Star clapping Yee's cheek. But Jeffree Star uploaded a video on his channel titled Addressing the Kanye Situation, in which he responded saying this.
I guess some girl made up a whole lie on TikTok and it went viral where she insinuates Kanye and Kim are getting divorced because a big male beauty influencer is sleeping with him. All these news people, like, what do you have to say to about this? And I'm like, about what? What? I'm single, I'm not sleeping with anyone. Like, this is so weird. Let me just say this one time for any news outlet. I like very tall men. Me and Kanye have never hung out, and this whole thing is really funny.
Jeffree Star must be absolutely loving this. This video got over 252,000 likes, over 5 million views. It has put him back in the good graces of the public because now he's this funny meme. Oh, it's a funny meme. Kanye West, Jeffree Star, haha. Oh, we kind of like Jeffree Star again. Do we forget how much of a prick he is? How much he manipulated everyone involved in the Shane Dawson situation? He is loving this publicity. It's one of the best things that has happened to Jeffree Star in a long, long time. I remember waking up on my phone and seeing it trending. I was like, what? Did this actually happen? But according to Jeffree Star, the rumors are just that. Unfortunately, that would have actually been an amazing piece of a timeline. We move on to our final topic, CallMeCarson, talking about him again. First of all, someone came out with more allegations against Carson. Copycat said, May through June 2019 started when he shared my grad photo on Insta on May 22nd. That is all I have. I was 17 at the time of these exchanges and he was 20. There's more, but the IG account I had was deleted last year. I wish I said something sooner. Showing messages from apparently Carson. Hey, you there? I want to drop the sexual stuff entirely. It's been making me feel sick thinking about it. I feel wrong for having done it and I feel like I've led you on. I enjoyed talking to you and all, but it's just so much and I feel really guilty, so I'm sorry. I've also realized I have a crush on my friend Sarah and I don't want to lead you on in any way. Tomorrow I'm starting my trip to California and I think I need to just move on. I'm very stressed stressed and talking to you has been adding extra stress, and I'm very scared and I feel bad about wanting to unadd you. It's just a lot right now and I'm not sure talking to you is a good decision. So this girl's claiming she was 20, he was 17. Again, like I said in my previous video, this is just an age gap. This isn't a huge age gap. People were calling Carson awful names that they should definitely have not been calling him. His messages were creepy, but by no means were he the things people were accusing him of being. Other streamers reacted to the situation. Asmongold took this stance.
As a final verdict, on a bad scale of Carson, I would say it's probably pretty low. I don't think it's that bad. Like, there are a million other things that a million other people do that are 1,000 times worse than that. I don't think that he's a predator or a terrible person or anything like that. I think he's a goofball who got horny and talked to a girl. He's in 2 years of his age. I think that's completely fucking fine.
Critical as well reacted by saying this.
19 and 17, that's, again, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's 2 years. You're literally in the same fucking grade. You are in the exact same fucking grade. I don't see the problem with 19 and 17.
In general, with the evidence we have right now, it is just an age gap. Like Critical says, they would be in the same grade. I thought the messages were really weird from Carson, obviously, but there's no evidence to suggest he groomed anyone like people are trying to say. Carson's friends themselves have given further statements on this. Ted Navision tweeted out saying, "My statement on the Carson situation, it is extremely hard to remove a good friend out of your life, especially one that had quite literally helped me build my YouTube channel and had always been a cheerleader for me. However, I absolutely condemn actions of misconduct and the abuse of power dynamics between content creators and their fans. At the beginning of last year, I spent a lot of time helping Carson with the Kate situation. I was very active in helping Carson through it, and I did so because I believed that he was truly hurting. I wanted to be a good friend for him. It was soon after that I, along with the rest of the Lunch Club, learned about his apparent misconduct. When I saw the DMs posted by some of the women who came forward, I realized that the situation Carson had explained to me was very different from the one that actually happened, as well as connecting the dots from various people I hadn't spoken to in just the last week. It's truly terrible the hurt that must have been experienced by the people directly involved, and I'm embarrassed that I wasn't fully aware of the scale of the situation sooner. I heavily regret including him in a video of mine and participating in his content even after Lunch Club had ended. Over the month since it ended, our talk had become briefer and less frequent, as I had personally struggled with how to even process or address these vague but serious claims of what my friend had done. Out of respect for the victims, I'll be removing any videos on my channel that include Carson. I applaud the bravery of those who have spoken out about misconduct and hope that you are able to find all the help and support to properly heal." And Jschlatt uploaded a video on his second channel titled Carson with similar sentiments that apparently Carson claimed he was trying to change and told all his friends that he was going to change and actually get help, or at least not do the things he was doing, but was lying to them, in which Jschlatt said he felt like he couldn't even trust him or who Carson was as a person. This is what Jschlatt said.
A few weeks ago, I started having some conversations with some of Carson's closest friends, including his former roommates. And in my discussions with them, I heard some things that suggested that Carson wasn't improving in the areas that he should have been. And he was showing signs of continuing some of his inappropriate behavior. These conversations were really the ones that got me second guessing how genuine Carson had been to me and to others throughout this whole thing. Also, seeing the DMs he exchanged with some of the girls that have come forward absolutely disgusted me. Up until yesterday, I thought that all these encounters Carson had were very much, spur of the moment mistakes that he regretted instantly. And knowing what we do now, it's simply just not the case. This was something he pursued. I can no longer say with any confidence that I believe Carson's behavior has ever stopped.
So it seems from hearing the statements from his friends that Carson, even though his friends are really trying to help him through this, wasn't accepting it or wasn't respecting his friends or telling them the full picture of what was happening, which as a friend, if my friend did that, I understand cutting ties with someone over them not trusting them as a friend or, them lying to you constantly. Obviously, if that was one of my friends, I would do the same probably in terms of cutting them off. I do find it a bit odd how they don't clarify the age gap was only like 2 years, or in the case of the new allegation anyway, that would have been a 3-year gap. But we're all still awaiting Carson's official response in terms of a video or an actual tweet. All we got were leaked Discord messages at the moment. If you want to stay up to date on that and everything else, subscribe right now. If you made it this far, show me. Like the video right now and comment down below. Learn the art of twerking. Still my favorite story of the day. Thank you guys for watching. All my social medias are in the link down below. Click open the description. Follow my social medias. My DMs are all open, so if you want to contact me, get in touch, or talk about a video, let me know in my DMs. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, fuck off.